So today we were talking about the top 10 Weird Al list. Look at this physical box.
I know.
Wow.
Look at this physical media.
Holy smokes.
We are diving into more YouTuber tropes. Top 10 lists.
Yes.
In a top 10 list, 5 is better than 6.
We're
Is
not a
that
top
what it
10 list.
How do you people get anything done if all you ever do is argue with each other? We
don't.
That's part of our charm.
Okay, so I'm just gonna run these by. I've got top 10, and then in between 2 and 1, I've got a bunch of honorable mentions.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, in reality, there are way more honorable mentions than even the ones. There's just so many great Weird Al songs. I was looking through the list. It's just hundreds of Weird Al songs.
I was checking my iPod Classic, and I think every Weird Al song that we had up to that point, when you had your G4 computer, it's now on that iPod. So
Right.
yeah.
So here we go. Number 10, and you're going to like this. Speaking of iPods and things of the past, here we go. Watch.
Oh.
Okay, now I'm going to press this button. Okay, so number 10 on my list. Another one, Rides the Bus.
A classic.
A classic. Okay. So this song I was reading in my book of things, Weird Al things. This song was recorded on September 14th, 1980 on the Dr. Demento show. So it just turned 40 years old.
This was one of his first songs he made that he spoofed, right?
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I figured the other one that was earlier than it was My Bologna.
Oh, yeah.
But I picked this one over that just because sonically this one kind of sounds better. My Bologna is a little cheesy.
My Bologna.
All right. So we're moving on to number 9. White Nerdy.
Hey.
Hey. I was trying to span the generations, include some of the newer stuff, and White Nerdy I figured was on the list, A, because it's obviously funny like all of Weird Al stuff, but the music video was great.
Yeah. It was
All
pretty
right,
good.
here we go. Moving on to
Plus when he does it in live, he brings a Segway out on the stage.
That's true.
Right. Yeah. Okay, number 8. Saga begins.
Only number 8?
Interestingly,
Only number 8.
right.
Interesting.
Well, you'll see how this works. So I had talked to Brett earlier per your recommendation, and Brett said in his list the Saga Begins was number 1.
Good man.
So,
Good man.
Yeah. Interesting. All
Well,
right.
it's even more interesting because he got to see episode 1 early in order to write the song or something.
Yeah, he saw episode 1 before everybody else.
I don't think he saw it. I think what I remember reading is that he just looked up online what happened.
Really?
Yeah, this was pre-Disney super lockdown on the spoilers, so he was able to just find a plot synopsis and base the song off of that.
Well, let me tell you, Curtis, Disney lockdown is not that effective. The entire plot of episode 9 was released like a full 6 months before the movie came out.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm thinking more like Mandalorian. But
I think people don't want to spoil the Mandalorian. It's good.
That's
yeah. Okay, so we're moving back. Here we go. Next one, number 7. You're pitiful. Now, this one, I don't know.
That's
amongst the Weird Al fans, this was one that download only because he couldn't get the rights to get it on the CD. Whoever he parodied wouldn't let him put it on the CD or something, so he had to, or the record company didn't.
Well, the original song is "You're Beautiful." I know that.
Right.
But I don't remember who the the singer was. We'll have an angry commenter who will.
Yeah. Oh, don't
a
you
whole
guys know
angry
these
commenter?
things?
Wow, we're moving up in the world.
We are.
Hey, Noah's unboxing video got 1 dislike. I don't know how.
To be honest, it was probably a misclick from one of my friends.
Or was it?
Or was it? I don't know if you noticed, Curtis, but we had a recent influx in subscribers.
I saw we broke the 20 subscriber mark.
Shout out
my
to
gosh.
my Siege buddies, Jace,
Hey.
Eli, Chuck, Heather, and Sam. Thanks for joining us.
I also, what did I, don't remember. Doesn't matter. Let's see. Okay, next we're moving on, going back in time to 1988.
Oof.
Ooh.
You're fat. You're fat.
Well,
really fat.
What's cool about Fat and also another Michael Jackson one that he's parodied, he used Michael Jackson's sets for the music videos.
For the music videos. Yeah, that's one of the major reasons I picked this was because of the music video.
Didn't we?
Very iconic.
I remember at one point we had like a collection of Weird Al music videos on a VHS tape. I don't remember how we got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what?
No, you go.
Oh, I was just going to say, I also put it higher up on the list because how he does it live. I mean, he puts on that big suit in record time for the shows.
And the makeup doesn't fall off of his face while he's dancing up there.
Yeah.
It's quite incredible.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, number 5. Oh,
eBay.
it moved along already. eBay.
An Aderholt favorite.
It is.
Yes. Several the cameras that are recording this were bought off of eBay, so amazing. All of them, I think.
It makes sense.
Exactly.
It does make sense.
Okay, number 4, we head back to 1996, a good year.
Hey!
Same year that Star Trek First Contact came out.
Hey.
I'm a big fan of this song because it has that line from the Gilligan's Island credits. Like Robinson Crusoe, the primitive has no something, no bikes, no motor cars.
Not a single luxury.
Like Robinson Crusoe.
It's primitive as can be.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's also another great music video, especially the ending where
he filmed that in reverse.
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
Oh, it's great because
he's going backwards, and then the bridge or the barn unfalls on him or whatever.
He learned how to recite the entire end of that song in backwards.
Oh lords.
Yeah, just so that he could get everything going backwards in the shot. It was so cool.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Although you can see where he messes up a little bit in the music video, but that's okay. He did pretty well.
Yeah. I wonder how many takes they did.
I don't know.
Okay, going back. Then we head to the 90s. This is a big one. Number 3, Smells Like Nirvana. Yep.
Yes, this was a big one for us. We like this one.
Also a fan of the actual song.
Yes.
Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Yeah, another classic music video. A lot of these have great music videos. Of course.
There might be a Curtis Aderholt film out there with him singing this song at Newman High School.
Not a film, but
or just a short video of it.
I don't think it exists anywhere online. That's probably a good thing.
Curtis, think of that clickbait comment.
Yes.
Watch me react to myself from 10 years ago.
Yes.
Actually, that'd be more like 13 years ago.
Yeah, here. This is the screenshot.
You see the brilliance.
Yeah. I just, I've watched it and I just wasn't comfortable singing in the actual octave that he sings in. I would sing it so low and it's kind of strange, but whatever.
This sounds like great content. We need to work on this.
Great content.
Quality content.
Number 2, a classic. Yo 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 Yoda. So I was debating, The Saga Begins is obviously a great song, but I think this is the original great Star Wars parody song. And it has that great line in there about you'll be making these movies till you're old and gray. So I mean that was self-fulfilling prophecy.
Kind of is.
Poor Mark Hamill.
What's funny?
Well, what's funny?
When I'm at work, they play the song Lola all the time, and I just sing Yoda instead, and everybody looks at me funny.
Curtis, I will argue with you in that I think that your positions of The Saga Begins and Yoda should be flipped. I think The Saga Begins has a top-tier music video.
That is true. Yeah, there is no Yoda music video.
It's like the original prequel meme.
It was, kind of.
It really is, in a lot of ways.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. I was also kind of basing the placement on the live performance when they go into the weird. I don't know what they're like.
That jig thing.
Like it's like a chant, and then they come back into it and like Yoda.
I remember that. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys should have come to Summerfest in 2014. That was great. Except he didn't play Albuquerque.
What's the point? What's the point?
I know. It was really too bad. Oh, well.
My top 10 list is all Albuquerque.
Okay. So before we get to number 1, we're going to go through some honorable mentions.
9 honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Charged. I'm a big fan of Charged.
First one, Hardware Store.
Hardware Store.
I remember this one.
I still know most of the lyrics. It's one of the few songs that I know almost all the lyrics by heart, except for the extreme speedy list of items towards the back half of the song. But yeah, that's a good one. Next, All About the Pentiums.
That's a good
classic Dorito chip line that we use
Right.
so often.
Plus, the music video looks straight up like just the 90s, the epitome of the 90s. It was great.
So great. Yeah. Next, another 90s classic.
Hey.
Yes. Based on a song that I think is from the 60s, MacArthur Park, which is a long song if you ever actually listen to it.
I have listened to it.
Isn't the music video of Jurassic Park all claymation?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nice.
I don't think I've ever even seen that music video.
I've seen it online at some point.
Mm-hmm. I thought we saw it at the live show that we saw of Weird Al back in... When did he come to Wausau? Back in 2005?
It was 2006 or 7. I think it was 7.
Yeah, because I thought he showed a bunch of... He put a bunch of stuff up on a big projector screen.
That I do remember.
Like his interviews with Mad TV and some other weird music videos, like the one that sticks in my mind, Weasel Stomping Day.
That one I do remember.
But
I had also seen that at friend Ted's house.
Ah, yeah, friend Ted.
Friend Ted.
Did show that to us.
There were many things we saw at that house.
Yes.
Many things.
Many things.
Yeah, my favorite Weird Al interview segment is the one with, I think it's with Keith Richards, just like, just making grumbling noises.
Isn't that when he's yelling, "Just shut up! Just shut up!"
That might be that one, yeah. All right, here we go. Back. Next one, another classic 90s song.
Hey.
Bedrock Anthem, the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of a couple of Red Hot Chili Pepper songs.
Yeah, a couple of them. I think 2 or something.
Yeah.
Next, we go back to his early catalog. I Love Rocky Road. Classic. Classic music video.
I don't know if I ever saw the music
seen
video.
The music video.
Oh, yeah, he's getting ice cream. He's at like an ice cream store.
Wow.
An incredible
Very original.
description. Amazing. What an amazing, excellent discovery. Not.
Yeah, no. All right, now we move back to the 2000s.
Hey.
Couch Potato, classic.
Right.
Same album, Trash Day.
Hey.
Trash Day?
It was like the night before Trash Day. My place was getting kind of nasty, even though the garbage in me would reek. You know, it's the Hot in Here parody.
Mm-hmm.
Another one off that same album. Most of this album is
Hey.
Oh, complicated song.
Yep.
Oh, Lord. What a song it is.
Oh, yeah. My
oh, no.
my coworkers, we used to do Pizza Fridays or something, and so every Friday I'd go, pizza party, and then they all just look at me, and they'd be annoyed.
I went just to check it out.
19
extra
larges.
What a shame. No one came. All right.
Yep. All right. Final honorable mention. O2 Super.
Hey.
I think what made this song even
I thought about
better.
putting this in the top 10 list. I just wasn't sure how or where.
Yeah, it's kind of
It
hard.
could probably. Yeah, I could replace You're Pitiful, probably.
Yeah.
All right. And, okay, top song. What do you think it is? Do you really know what it is? A L L B B U.
Kirky.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's my top 10 list. I guess thoughts?
I'd say it's pretty good.
Decent list.
Yeah.
Once again, the Saga Begins is far, far too low.
Okay. All right.
Albuquerque, I might still be able to remember a decent chunk of it.
I know everything except like the ending monologue where he starts talking about an existential quandary. It's like that's where it loses me. But everything up until then, it's just burned into my brain.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the song because of the live performance. And he kept adding all the different kinds of donuts.
Yes.
So great. And then he started over. It was perfect.
One thing I wanted to mention about Ode to a Superhero. I really enjoyed that song, mostly because like the first superhero movie that I remembered us watching was the Spider-Man movie.
I mean, that was like the first good one.
Yeah. Well, X-Men was good. We had never seen it.
Did that come out before Spider-Man?
Mm-hmm. It was 2000.
Oh. Then we saw that after. So it was like the second good superhero movie.
Yeah. But anyways,
on the Marvel side, I guess.
Yes. I spoke to Mary. She gave me a list as well.
Oh wow.
I won't go too much into it. So number 10, Albuquerque.
Oof.
Oh wow.
Number 9, Party in the CIA.
That's a good one. Right.
Oh, interesting.
I'll accept it.
Number 8, also Albuquerque.
All right. A list after my own heart.
Number 7, Grapefruit Diet.
She
was a
I
big
thought
fan
about
of that
one.
song.
Grapefruit diet.
Number 6, Albuquerque.
Yep.
I see. Okay, there's a trend here.
Number 5, Amish Paradise.
Oh yeah.
Number 4, Albuquerque.
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 Okay, all right.
Oh, wow.
Number 3, White and Nerdy.
White and Nerdy. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Guess what number 2 is?
The Saga Begins.
Albuquerque.
Oh, I got it wrong. Dang.
And then number 1.
Oh, is it The Saga Begins?
It's The Saga Begins.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
All right, so
technically
it's
a top 6 list because Albuquerque appears 5 times.
It's interesting that she put Saga Begins as number 1 because so did Brett.
Hey.
Brett
a lot
also
of people
put number
really
2
like that
as
song.
What?
A lot of people just really like that song.
It's a great parody.
Yeah. Brett also put number 2 Albuquerque.
Of course.
And then his list is kind kind of incomplete. He goes 1, 2, and then 9 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then he has Trash Day. So he has 7 songs listed as number 9. I don't know if his
3 through 9 spots are basically, he considers them all equal.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
It's like 1, 2, the next couple of songs, and then number 10. Yeah, I figured that one out. That's the 10th best song. But the ones in between, I'm not quite sure where they exactly line up. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so his 7-way tie for number 9
or
is...
number 3, depending on how you look at it.
Right, yes. Yoda, Amish Paradise, Smells Like Nirvana, Hardware Store, Horoscope, 8 Mile Song, which is the couch potato.
Yeah.
And Ode to a Superhero.
Okay. All right.
And then his number 10 is Trash Day, which is interesting.
Interesting, yes.
So most of these songs are off
of his older stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he doesn't have...
Except for White and Nerdy. That's the most recent.
Yeah. He said nothing after Running with Scissors likely, but he has a couple from Poodle Hat on there, so...
That's a good album.
The most recent song from Weird Al I listened to and watched the music video to was Tacky.
Oh, yeah.
Tacky. Oh, that's a good... Yeah, that's a good
actually like
video.
That's a good one.
Wasn't Jack Black in that music video, too?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's one of those I don't know if it is one take, but it at least looks like it's one take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when Weird Al kind of made a resurgence for that album. He released a lot of songs that
all of a sudden people were talking about Weird Al again. It was like, oh god, this guy's never gonna die.
Yeah.
Yep. One thing I've noticed out of all of these lists, there was no the Drive-Thru song.
That's a shame.
I put that song on today, and I honestly turned it off after a little bit.
What?
I don't know.
It's pedantic. It plods. It's not a very engaging song.
No.
And it knows it's not a very engaging song. That's part of the charm.
Yeah,
but I can understand.
The part when he turns on Led Zeppelin is good,
that's pretty good.
Click.
Click.
I remember I went to the Drive-Thru once.
Oh, no.
And no joke, I was waiting in line for a really long time, and I played that whole song.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
Oh, just tell me you didn't have to search your car for all the coins to pay for your meal. I don't want to know the truth if it's yes.
I don't remember, to be honest.
That's good.
I've also noticed that a lot of the lists do not include his polka mashups.
Oh.
I'm not a polka fan to begin with, so even if I had a list, it wouldn't make it on.
Yeah, he's played so many songs in polka form, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Well, excerpts of songs, I guess.
I just remember he was on Extreme Makeover Home Edition that one time because the girl wanted a polka dot room.
Yep.
So they brought him on to play polka as a joke.
Yep. ABC, family-friendly jokes right there.
That's true. Or was it really with a complicated song? He marries his cousin or something.
Move to Alabama where that kind of thing is tolerated. Oh, no.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Huh?
That's been our childhood condensed into 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Minus the Star Trek and Star Wars, so... I don't know, about a tenth of our childhood condensed into 25 minutes?
Sure.
Give or take.
Okay. All right. We'll take the approximates.
So,
So,
what top 10 list are we going to cover next? If we see a surge in
views,
subscribers,
then we never stop making top 10 lists.
Top 10.
We become Watch Mojo 2.0.
Oh,
right.
Oh, no.
Or Looper.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I really hope not. No
We
offense
could
to
do-
anyone who wants to subscribe for this kind of content, but I don't want to make 10 lists until the end of time.
Pretty soon we'll have enough episodes to do our own top 10 of our own episodes.
That's true.
I think I've said that before, but
Yes, I think
it's
you
getting
have.
closer.
Oh, no.
There's a YouTube page just to keep on the top 10 list YouTubers.
Oh, no.
The one that I enjoy the most is probably What Culture. They're all British.
Oh, yeah.
And they're all really snide. It's great.
It's something.
Snide.
Snide.
There aren't enough Thrawn books to do a top 10 list of Thrawn books.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. Very soon.
Ooh.
We're close.
Yeah, how's
Ascendancy?
Yes.
I'm enjoying it very much. I'm not quite 2/3 of the way through.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be sad once it's over.
It's like when he's a captain, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you take it a page per day, you might stretch it out until Ahsoka comes out or something.
I don't care that much about holding my suspense and my anticipation for the Ahsoka show.
Ahsoka.
I'm going to watch it. I'm not going to be the biggest fan of it because I'm not the biggest Ahsoka fan. That said, I don't hate her, and I don't hate the idea of the show.
Speaking of hating things, have you heard of the rumor that they could turn the sequel trilogy into a what-if
Yes.
scenario?
That rumor's been going around for 6 months. Welcome, Curtis.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
you know me. I'm always...
Last to the memes? Yes. Yes, you are.
Yes, on the back end of the curve or whatever.
That's all right.
Yes, last to the memes, definitely.
He grasped it. He was last to my joke about memes.
Yes, I was.
It's like a real life meme.
We were talking about memes on the way here. We might make an ultra meme soon.
Ryan had a good idea for a meme. I'll leave it at that. We could post it on YouTube. It is a video meme.
Video meme.
Video meme. Yes, Curtis.
It's not a GIF?
No. I'm glad that you pronounce it that way, though.
Jiffy.
Some people
Jiffy
say GIF.
peanut butter.
A jiffy?
Jiffy? Oh. Oh, no.
Anyways.
Thrawn's good.
Yes.
Yes.
Thrawn is
Good. Yes.
Yes. I can't wait for the next book.
Oh, and
I'm
now
not even done with this one.
have you guys seen the behind the scenes with Tamora Mortensen?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He's
my
like,
God.
Playing the
I'm
guitar?
introducing the haka into my fighting. I'm like, oh.
He's got so much energy. I'm so glad.
Yeah, and him just playing that guitar, the blues.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's great.
Great.
I was really glad that they built a physical model for Moff Gideon's ship, his light cruiser.
So I guess maybe I didn't pay enough attention, but they said that they built a physical model of the Razor Crest, but they just 3D scanned it or something into the computer for use.
I mean, maybe for use in certain situations. They did actually film the Razor Crest.
Oh, okay.
It's used for a couple of shots. The practical model is one of the gallery season 1 episodes focused on that stuff. So I remember.
Nice.
That. Yeah, it's really cool. You know, ILM firing up the old miniature production line.
Hey.
Something they haven't done in 50 years.
Yeah, something. It
true.
worried me a little bit when he was working on the front of it, and he was like pushing the pieces together, and then they were coming back apart.
Oh no!
I don't know if you noticed that, but it was like it wasn't like an exact fit. The ends of the cruiser kind of kept spreading back out.
Yikes!
It's all right.
Gotta
I'm
get
sure
some super glue on
they
that.
could figure it out.
Yeah.
They perfected this technique 80 years ago. I'm sure in 2020 we could figure it out.
Yep.
I was just
all right. Well, that's all I got.
That's all he's got. Ryan was thinking
of the behind the scenes for the Lord of the Rings, how they came up with bigatures.
Bigatures.
Sorry.
Big miniatures. Yes.
My mind went a different direction.
Well, speaking of bigatures in Star Wars, the arena from Episode 2 was a miniature set. A bigature, you might say.
Yep.
Yes.
But then half the rest of the movie's on blue screen anyway, so what's the point?
Yeah.
Right.
We could talk about Episode 2!
Oh, my.
That's the enthusiasm I was waiting for.
Can we just talk about the Tag and Bink comic?
No.
It makes me so much happier to think that those children came up with the dialogue rather than a bunch of really good writers. Well, George Lucas.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Da-da-da-da-da-dun.
Hey.
Dun.
Also in that comic book, it showed that Boba Fett did actually survive. And they showed
yeah.
how.
That is true.
They showed how he survived in Legends. And now he survived again. They just didn't show how yet.
One day.
Maybe in the Book of Boba Fett flashbacks.
Oh.
Yep.
It'd be like, I crawled my way out of all of his entrails.
Or they'll show that. I hope they don't connect it too much, but if they showed that same crate dragon ate that Sarlacc.
That would be a little over the top.
Yeah, too much connection.
Too
Leave
many
it,
connections.
Leave it. Yeah.
Loosely connected.
Yes.
Yes.
I think we're just waiting on Noah's update to finish.
Ah, that's
Kind of.
I see. How much time?
Are we delaying?
What does it say?
13 minutes and some seconds?
Solid.
You talk about something for 13 minutes. What have you got, Curtis?
What have you got, Curtis?
13
This could be its
minutes.
whole own episode.
Wow. Could
Producing
do,
2 episodes at once, Curtis. Think. We're doubling our content.
Oh, shoot. Wow, so many episodes. We could review, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Not much.
Curtis, you should watch Firefly.
Yeah, I'll get there someday.
It's only 14 episodes, Curtis.
That is true. Is it available on any streaming service at this point?
That's a very good question. I don't have a very good answer for you. I do know that I own it on DVD and Blu-ray.
Right. I did see Scrubs is available on Amazon Prime to Prime members for free. So I might have to rewatch Scrubs. It's a great show.
There you go.
It's okay.
It's okay. Well, the first 9 seasons are good. 10th season, ugh. Just don't talk about that one.
I just know that the main guy left like 9 episodes into the 10th season or something.
Yeah.
And then Community made a joke about that. Troy Barnes made the same joke in the season that he left, and he left in fewer episodes. So it was, like a super meta joke. After all Scrubs did for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Troy Barnes, I want you to enroll in the air conditioning repair school.
I can't feel where my skin begins and the air, whatever. The air begins, my skin ends.
I can't feel my clothes.
Well, boys and girls, I hope you brought your popsicles, because it's about to get scalding hot in the sun chamber. You already know the rules, because there aren't any.
What are you talking about? Get him out of here. Are you off your meds? Of course there are rules.
Good times.
Did you notice the gallery had absolutely no mention of Luke? I wonder if it's getting its own gallery episode.
That would be cool. Some interviews with the man himself. That's
Right.
old and gray.
Yeah.
Bring it back around. Mark Hamill.
Did you guys watch the deepfake video?
No.
Yes.
Noah did not. Ryan did.
Oh. Well, you should. The deepfake really does help. I mean, he looks exactly like Return of the Jedi Luke.
Yeah.
Right, but this is like 5 years after that.
Yeah, there's still something not quite right. They
Right.
also deepfaked.
He's sort of plasticky, like Santa Claus 2.
Hey. Yeah. They also deepfaked Leia at the end of Rogue One, and it's like spot on. Like, wow.
To some degree, I'm okay with them not looking super hyper real because the actual actor doesn't look like that and/or is dead.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was pretty impressed when they made the Grand Moff Tarkin in Rogue One.
A lot of people didn't like that.
I thought it was good.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what other people are saying. I thought it was okay. I was like, oh look, it's Tarkin.
I was just very impressed that they were able to get it that close. I mean, obviously it wasn't perfect. But
What is perfect?
I was surprised he wasn't wearing slippers the entire time.
yeah.
Noah's confused.
I'm very confused.
So when the actor who played Tarkin filmed his role, they gave him like these really uncomfortable boots to wear the entire time.
Sure.
And he told George Lucas that he wasn't going to do the rest of the movie unless they only did shots from like the knees up of him and they never see his feet so he could wear his comfy slippers.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that this man made this demand.
So, it's kind of cool.
Evacuate? At our moment of
triumph?
He should have evacuated.
Yeah.
Fool of a took.
Fool of a took. We could talk about those movies.
How are those 4K ultra high definition
I think they're
discs?
great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I hear it's too defined.
It's too defined. We had this conversation once.
I know, but still.
What makes a movie too defined?
You can see the really bad effects because they're no longer in 480. You're like, oh wow, there's a whole nother 1,000 pixels defining that green screen, and now it looks bad.
Yep.
I think. I don't.
On a related note, I just watched the movie The African Queen, which is a Humphrey Bogart movie from 1951. And the Blu-ray is the result of a restoration project that they did. And in the behind-the-scenes video, they show how bad the green screen was in the original transfer. I mean, it was just like the people's hair was like all green. They had like green halo around them, basically.
Oh boy!
But the 4K restoration, they were able to get rid of all the green gnarliness.
Fun times.
Looks way better. Good movie, by the way, if you ever want to watch an old movie. It was made in Technicolor, so it's like one of the few Humphrey Bogart movies in color. And they shot a lot of it on location in Africa. Like they all went down there, and everybody was getting sick from all the diseases and stuff. And these cameras, at the time, the Technicolor cameras, they had to roll 3 different rolls of film per shot because one it covered the 3 different. Yeah. So these cameras are gigantic. They're like, just huge, monstrous cameras, and they're rigging them up on all sorts, on like boats and stuff.
Oh, jeez.
This looked crazy. So
when do you think the next Jaws is coming out?
Are there rumors? Is that a rumor mill?
I have no clue.
I'm sure.
Our parents were watching Back to the Future last night, so my mind somehow connected to Jaws 4D or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don.
It's funny because Steven Spielberg was a producer.
Clever. Good old Spielberg. I think he forgot how to make cool movies at some point. He can still make a good movie. I don't think he can make a cool movie anymore.
He's still technically making money off of Star Wars to this day.
I mean, that's true, but...
So I don't think he really cares.
I don't think he cares either. I'm just saying I don't think he can. Curtis, your thoughts? You saw Indiana Jones 4. Would you consider that to be a cool movie?
No, that wasn't great. War of the Worlds was interesting. It's a strange movie, though. It's so loud in the theaters. Hurt my ears in the theaters. They had it so loud.
I really enjoyed Ready Player One.
Ryan enjoyed Ready Player One. Okay.
Yeah, Ready Player One wasn't going to win the Oscars or anything, but it was a fun movie.
Yeah.
All right. Blind Squirrels Can Find Nuts. That's one movie in his last how many?
Yeah. I still haven't watched Schindler's List.
I wouldn't consider that to be a fun movie.
No.
No, not at all.
And purposefully so. It shouldn't be.
No.
It's critically acclaimed. And it's Liam Neeson, isn't it?
It is.
Pretty sure.
He is.
What a guy.
He's very good in the movie.
Speaking of Liam Neeson... Oh, no, not Liam Neeson. Well, Liam Neeson was in a commercial for some... What was that?
Oh, I know what you're talking about, and I can't remember either.
It was at that movie that Noah and I just saw.
Oh.
Right, we saw...
It's with the Mexican migrants or something, and he's like a dude, I don't know, who lives in Texas or something?
Yeah, it looks like a cheap ripoff of Rambo Last Blood, Logan, and I don't know what else.
Yeah.
Something else.
Exactly.
So, dude lives in a not post-apocalyptic, just a...
No, it's just people are trying to get across the border, and they do, and then the cartels are coming for the people who got over, and...
Then the mom dies, and he has to take care of the kids, so it's like, oh, okay. I've seen this one before, but now it's Liam Neeson. It's the Taken guy.
You gotta think
and the
Liam
Grey
Neeson,
Wolf guy.
All right.
Liam Neeson is going to be in the Kenobi show. There's just...
You're so certain.
Yeah.
Prepare for your certainty to turn into ash and disappointment.
Oh.
But he might be in it.
Could be.
He could be.
I like it how he was in the Ted movie. And
I didn't watch that either.
He's in it for the movie Ted, that Seth MacFarlane movie about the...
Liam Neeson is in that?
Yeah. He plays this... I don't know, like, if they ever actually give him a name for his character, but he goes into this store where Ted the teddy bear, he eventually gets a job as a cashier at, like, a grocery store, and Liam Neeson comes in to buy Trix cereal, and he asks him, like, I've been informed that this brand of cereal is meant only for children. Because that's the slogan, Trix are for kids. Am I, even though I am not a child anymore, allowed to buy this brand of cereal? And Ted's just like, yeah, sure, whatever. So no one will follow me or attack me. And so it's just really random. It's in the middle of the movie, and then the whole movie goes by, and I think like the post-credit scene is Liam Neeson coming back to the store with the box of tricks, and he's like beat up and all scratched up, and he's got bruises everywhere, and he slams it back down on the table in front of him.
Oh, wow.
That's an incredible cameo.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that this exists.
And I think Seth MacFarlane, he talked about how, like, anytime he had Liam Neeson do any kind of movie or a show or whatever, Liam Neeson demanded that he has to speak in his Irish accent, his native Irish accent, no matter what, if he does something for Seth MacFarlane.
Interesting.
Speaking of Irish, Noah needs to watch The Foreigner.
Ah, The Foreigner.
Okay.
There's an Irish Pierce Brosnan in that.
It is.
Irish Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
We
Yes.
could instead watch Pierce Brosnan's greatest movie.
The one where he's a jewel thief?
No. Curtis.
The one where he's singing ABBA songs.
Hey.
That is actually where I was going to go with that joke.
Oh,
Mamma
no.
Mia.
Oh, not good. How could he stoop so low?
I assume he wanted the money. Would be my guess.
Yeah.
After all, they kicked him out of James Bond. What's a man supposed to do? You've peaked.
Yeah.
Why not go to the lowest of lows for some cheap cash?
The Foreigner is, I mean, he's pretty good in it, right,
Yeah,
Ryan? You
yeah,
think?
I'd say so. He did a good job. It's a decent movie.
Yeah.
It's it you know, sometimes it doesn't completely work, but then it's Jackie Chan, so you're like, yay,
Right.
Jackie.
I never should
Yeah.
have taken that accent elimination course from Jackie Chan.
It's I was reading about Jackie Chan and how he wanted to do more serious movies, because a lot of the movies he's done, he does his action and stuff, but there's always like a comical undertone where they're almost like fourth wall breaking, looking at each other and stuff.
Yeah.
In the middle of the action for comedy.
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 It's almost a Comedy Central or something.
Comedy
And
Central.
we're on it now.
Comedy Central channel. And we're on it now. I get it. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum,
It's cool
ba-dum,
looking
bum,
at
bum, bum, ba-dum,
like
ba-dum,
the behind the scenes for any Jackie Chan movie, and it shows like all of his, or like the ending credits for any of Jackie Chan movies, and it shows all of his blooper reels where he like really injures himself doing some crazy stuff.
Yep.
Oh, wow. I don't know if we've ever seen those.
Like anytime he did, I remember there was one movie where he did a fight scene with ladders.
Yes.
And he got his fingers pinched so many times in it, and he would get stuck in them. It was ridiculous.
Right. Yeah, he was doing acrobatics like through ladders.
Yeah.
And yeah, I saw some of that.
Or the time he like broke his neck.
I
something.
don't think that's accurate.
Or he fell.
One does not come back from breaking one's neck, Ryan.
Unless you're Jackie Chan.
Unless you're Chuck Norris.
That too.
That too. I still don't think, even with mass determination. Didn't work out as perfectly as I thought it would.
After 3 agonizing days, the cobra died.
The cobra died.
Hey, it's a cat.
Hello.
That'll get us the views. Use that as the thumbnail.
Hey,
Look at
Cat.
the kitty cat.
Cat.
the cat's staring at the baby
Oh,
Yoda.
my. This is a very smelly cat.
Oh,
this
no.
cat just came from the litter box, I think.
Oh.
Tragic. This is why I don't have cats.
Smelly cat, smelly cat. Hey, there's a show we could review. All of Friends.
I don't really want to watch all of Friends. I tried that once.
Oh, come on. It's great. I mean, it's not on Netflix anymore, so you can't really do it anymore, but Al and I watched it a couple of times.
I can't make that kind of a commitment. I'm sorry.
Sweetie, do you want to join the Columbia Records Club?
Whoa! Slow down there, baby.
I'm just not ready for that kind of a commitment. So we broke up and I never saw her again. But that's just the way things go. In
Bringing it all around.
Albuquerque. Albuquerque, my download's done. Woo!
I once considered doing a version of Albuquerque for MCT. I don't think we'll do it though.
Are you sure?
Oh, that's a commitment.
That's a commitment, all right.
Yeah.
Curtis, are we gonna do All Along the Watchtower?
Ooh.
I've thought about it. Maybe.
I mean, I
think it would be great.
If you needed help with it, I have sheet music. It's for all a cappella, but I do have sheet music that you could base it off of. Because I have performed that version of the song.
All right.
Curtis, it's a great idea. Embrace your inner Battlestar fandom.
It's a good idea. I just... it's a strange song, that version of it anyway.
We need to find someone with a sitar, an electric sitar.
Yeah.
If anyone would know, it would be Joe Abadir.
Yes, Joe would know.
Joe might know.
Joe might know.
Huh.
Curtis, it's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, I'll keep thinking about it.
Good.
We could play a 3-hour MCT show, and then we can probably put it in there.
As long as this show doesn't have a tornado going through it.
It didn't go through it. It went around it.
It was too close for comfort. I'm sorry.
It's too bad that we weren't able to play that whole show. I was feeling pretty good about that one.
Yeah.
I was feeling good about it too until I was 25 feet in the air on a metal scaffolding and the lightning started rolling in.
Yeah.
It's
and
okay
we took photos
there,
of you
I'm
up
sure.
there.
No, he was reliving
Curtis,
Gilligan's Island in real life.
It wasn't even the wind. It was actually just like, I am on a giant metal pole and there is lightning. I could die.
Yeah.
But you saved those lights,
I
Noah.
did save those lights. I duct taped that plastic cover right over the light. The moles survive. From the year 1980. Probably earlier.
Yeah.
How old are the moles, Curtis? Surely you know.
Those moles? Oh, I'm not sure. They could be older than the 80s.
I figured they were, but I took a conservative estimate.
Yeah, we'd have to look at the serial numbers and look it up online.
That sounds like way too much work for this joke, so...
Yes.
We're not doing that.
Coming back around to the African Queen...
All the way around.
The director of photography had to ask the studio or something to provide him with... He wanted to bring 2 lights, and I think they were moles, but he also had to bring a small generator, and that meant they had to have a separate boat for their generator. And then, they're running cables over the water. And
this sounds great.
I'm surprised none of the boats sank.
Boats are fairly buoyant. And if you get a big enough boat, you can put a lot of weight on it.
Oh, when was this movie made again?
It's 1951. So
there's plenty big boats.
cell towers. They're in the middle of the jungle, in the middle of nowhere.
At that time, the equipment would be extremely heavy.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we're post-World War II. There are really big boats.
True.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
You see the movie, and there's Humphrey Bogart, and he's looking, and out past him on the shore, there are crocodiles just jumping in the water. And I mean, it's like they really shot that with real crocodiles.
Isn't that great? They don't do that anymore.
No.
There's these things called safety standards, and it's just not as fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Parks and Recreation. Child labor laws are ruining this country.
I recently watched, as we occasionally bring up the Corridor Crew, they did their stuntmen react.
I have to watch the newest
In the
one.
most recent one, there was a stunt where this guy had to zip line from one plane to a different plane.
Oh.
He got paid $1 million to do it, like on the spot.
That's great.
Isn't it?
Wow.
He didn't make it into the other plane. He had to bail and use his parachute.
Oh, no. Wait,
He sure earned that
$1
million.
What movie is that for?
Yeah.
What?
What movie is that for?
I don't remember.
Oh.
I wasn't paying that much attention. I was like, there's a guy ziplining from one plane to another. Oh, my God.
I have to get caught up with Corridor Crew videos. I haven't watched many in a while,
I'm fairly sporadic with my viewing. I'm not on top of their content. I am not subscribed.
I love it when they
would be
review.
Very disappointed in me.
I love when they review Bollywood videos.
I like the
Bollywood
first
movies.
couple, but then it's just like I'm watching Bollywood movies at this point, and I just couldn't do it. It's terrible. My update is done, so we can leave.
Oh,
Unless Curtis is thoroughly enjoying this conversation, would like to continue.
I'm fine. Whatever.
Have fun in a second COVID lockdown. Big
Thanks.
Rona.
My iPod is charged.
That's good.
So you can see.
Now we know.
This is the first time it's been on in months, probably a year at least. So.
I appreciate your 3rd gen iPod.
Yes, I had to turn the backlight on permanently just for the look here, because love those red letters.
They are nice red letters.
Mm-hmm.
I've really got to pull out my Mini and see if it'll start up.
I know mine will only work if it's plugged in.
Interesting.
Yeah, this one, the battery will last a little while, but it's sometimes the hard drive loses, just it forgets where it is, and then this little file folder sign shows up, and then you get a little worried that the hard drive died, but it always kind of comes back. So
I mean, that is a real hard drive. SSD really wasn't that much of a thing back then.
Right.
No.
Flash drives were really expensive.
Yes.
Yeah. Fun times. Speaking of really expensive memory, I just bought the memory expansion card for the...
Oh, did
Series X.
you?
Yes, all $219 of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. I did
That reminds me of some media company, video company that I follow, posted their new Mac that they just bought, their new Mac Pro.
Sure.
Said it was $30-something thousand, or maybe $60,000. I don't know. It was insane. Over a terabyte of RAM and 28 cores and
Wow.
insane.
In the membrane.
Yeah. So I'm gonna keep this Mac going.
Until the end of time.
Yeah, it's long. We're at year 12
The
now.
G5 is still going strong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll get it to 2030 at least.
Oh my God.
It can't really handle 4K video, but that's okay. We're still not in a predominantly 4K video world, so
Not
I think
quite
I can
yet.
make
Not
it.
quite, but we're getting there.
There's no need for 4K video. Too much information in that.
I'd say the biggest prohibitive factor at this point is the lack of 4K cameras
Okay.
that are easily accessible to the common YouTuber. Otherwise, 4K screens are starting to get more distribution.
Nope,
Not in Curtis's household, but
Bad.
bad.
I just got these cameras that are capable of 1080.
480. Oh my
I can't
God!
make the jump
Standard
again.
definition. Wow.
Yeah. And here we are using this standard definition camera for this shot.
Isn't it
You won't
great?
even be able to tell because it's so far away from the
So
camera.
tiny.
So
In the superior 4:3 aspect ratio.
right. Actually, when you look at it, I guess Ryan's closer, but I mean, does it look awful
No,
from where you are?
it looks fine. I mean, it kind of looks like a CRT, but it's not quite that bad. I think the HD television is giving you some benefit of the doubt.
Okay, so here I'm gonna switch back over to my iPod shot.
Sure.
What's interesting about this, I'm using an HD camera, but it's down converting to standard
wow.
depth. Yeah. So, I mean, in reality, yeah, the sensor is converting HD video into a 4:3 standard def signal.
That's beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and look at those pixels on the iPod. You can see them individually.
Oh, my gosh.
I can really see them here.
It's great.
Yes.
Yeah.
If Deep Space Nine ever gets remastered, it's probably going to be remastered into widescreen.
You think? Did they?
That's what they did for the documentary.
Okay.
They
the problem with Next Gen was that they didn't shoot it.
Right.
With the intention
DS9
of ever doing.
was shot more with the convention of widescreen. Like, there's not stuff on the peripherals. That's why they were able to do that for the documentary up-resing. They were able to get the wide shots. You lose a little bit top and bottom, but when they were remastering it, they weren't that concerned about it. They were like, whatever. You're getting more on the sides. It evens out.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like Seinfeld and Friends. They took it from 4:3 to widescreen by just chopping off top and bottom, but then repositioning it best for wherever.
Right.
And I think somebody was saying that some of inside jokes or little Easter eggs are cut out when you do that. So
probably.
I don't know how much of Star Trek DS9 has Easter eggs like that in the far corners of the screen. But
I mean, I'm sure they exist. I'm also sure that I didn't really notice and or care.
Yeah.
I was too busy watching the Ben Sisko's Pimp Hand. Ryan knows what I'm talking about. So does Curtis.
Do I?
Yes, I've shown you that video.
All I'm thinking of is him just playing piano.
The USS Ben Sisko's motherfucking Pimp Hand.
I'm afraid your friends will be quite...
What? The deflector shield will be quite operational when your friends arrive.
Yeah, I
Come on,
remember
Curtis.
the line.
It's almost like you've watched this movie your entire life and you can't remember the line.
I was trying to remember the line and twist my head at the same time. So much coordination.
Oh, boy.
No, I honestly couldn't remember the line. I can remember most of Hardware Store, but...
Not random lines from Star Wars Episode 6.
Yep.
That were spoken by Ian McDiarmid.
Yep.
This is unfortunate.
Well, Ryan?
Let's play? Let's play! Sorry.
Wrong YouTube channel.
That's a very wrong YouTube channel.
Like and subscribe.
And subscribe for more videos like this one.